Morning everyone. Next topic we are going to discuss in nationalism in Europe is unification of Italy. After unification of Germany, we are going to discuss about unification of Italy. Look at here, this is the map of Italy. Of course, this is not a perfect map, but you don't have to go for perfection of the map. This is for your understanding only. There were 7 states of Italy. Out of 7 states, 6 were under foreign domination. The northern states were under Austria, and in Austria Habsburg Empire was ruling. So Habsburg Empire of Austria was controlling the northern states of Italy. The center was under Pope, so they were known as the Papal State. Of course, the most important territory was Rome here. It was under Pope. The southern part was under Spain. In Spain, Bourbon dynasty was ruling over. Only one state which was independent was Sardinia Piedmont. The only territory out of 7 territories, the only state out of 7 states which was independent was Sardinia Piedmont. So the task of unifying Italy was in the hands of Sardinia Piedmont. Now next we will discuss about unification of Italy and its process. When we will discuss about unification of Italy, we have to remember 3 important personalities: Giuseppe Mazzini, Count Cavour, and Giuseppe Garibaldi. Now, why these 3 important personalities? We will discuss about them in detail. In 1830s, Giuseppe Mazzini, he sought to unite Italy. You have discussed in the previous topics that how he formed secret society called Young Italy, and how Duke Metternich was terrified by his activities. That's why he considered him as the most dangerous enemy that we have discussed earlier. So he played a very important role in northern part of Italy. The uprisings of 1831 and 1848 failed. So after that, the mantle fell on the ruling dynasty. It means now the aristocracy, now the ruling government thought of unifying Italy. Count Cavour was the chief minister of Sardinia Piedmont. Count Cavour, he was the chief minister of Sardinia Piedmont, and the ruler of Sardinia Piedmont was Victor Emmanuel II. Count Cavour, he himself was not knowing Italian language well, because the aristocratic people were speaking French language, but he had a tactful alliance with France and defeated Austria in 1859. In 1860, Spain was defeated. So in this way, the northern part of Italy and southern part of Italy both now came under Italy. They became free from Austria and Spain. Only Rome was under papal control. But still, unification of Italy was declared in 1861, and Victor Emmanuel II, the ruler of Sardinia Piedmont, was declared the emperor of unified Italy. But still, one territory was left which was to be brought under control, that is the Papal State. So here we will discuss about the role of Giuseppe Garibaldi. Garibaldi was one of the most celebrated Italian freedom fighters. He also joined Young Italy with Mazzini. In 1860, he led famous expedition to South Italy, and his soldiers were known as Red Shirts. In 1867, he made an effort to take back Papal State, but his effort failed. And in 1870, finally, Rome joined Italy. How Rome joined Italy? Prussia and France were engaged in war. So Italy made an alliance with France, and France agreed to withdraw the troops from Rome. So finally, Rome became a part of Italy in 1870. So what will you remember? When you will remember about unification of Italy, first you will write about the political background. That is the political background. Then role of Giuseppe Mazzini, role of Count Cavour, and role of Giuseppe Garibaldi. This is about unification of Italy.